What's going on, people? This is episode number 5 of Getting to Know TheShwantz27. That would be me. We're playing some hardpoint on the map Nuketown2025. This is a pretty beastly gameplay in the background. I end up going 66 and 28 with 12 captures and 10 defense. This was my highest kill game to date, but then I got an 80 and 8 game the other day, but it is in combat training, so it is against 3 bots, but it's also against 3 humans, and 80 kills is pretty fucking hard to pull off in combat training. Let me know if you guys want to see that video. I'm not sure whether or not to put it out. Let me know in the comments section. Anyways, this series is not about the gameplay. It's about me taking some personal surveys, you know, for those MySpace bulletins or Facebook notes and answering some of the questions to it. Now, since it is the holiday season and my birthday just passed like a week and a half ago, if you missed my birthday beasting video, check it out. Annotation will be on the screen somewhere. I'm an atheist, but my family does celebrate Christmas, so I'll do a combined Christmas and birthday survey questions here. And let's get this shit started. And right off the bat, we got a heavy hitter. Do I believe in Santa Claus? Well, obviously, I'm old enough now to know that Santa Claus is a big fat fucking bullshit. But let me tell you about my Santa Claus saga. When I was younger, I didn't have video games. I always went over to my friends' houses, and they had like the Nintendos and the Sega Genesis, and the Super Nintendo had come out like the year before this particular Christmas. So I kept bugging my parents, me and my brother. We were like, all we really want is a Super Nintendo for Christmas. And my parents were like, no, we're not getting you the video games. Video games, you know, are not that good for you, blah, blah, blah. We were kind of bummed and downtrodden that we weren't going to get a Super Nintendo. But lo and behold, on Christmas Day, the fucking last present that we open up is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was fucking awesome. And I was like, you know, the parents said that they would never get something like this for Christmas, so Santa's gotta be real, right? Santa just fucking overridden whatever rules that the parents wrote. I mean, Santa doesn't talk to the parents about what gifts they want to get and shit. Well, you know, the next couple of years, I ended up figuring out the fucking scheme. I recognized that some of the handwriting on some of the gifts from Santa were eerily similar to that of my dad. And I also found the place where my parents hid the presents. They had a walk-in closet, so in the back of the closet were all of the presents that we were getting for Christmas, and some of the ones that said "From Santa" on it were in my parents' house. So I was like, hey, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Why were they here already? Alright, next question. Do I put up a Christmas tree? I've always had a fake Christmas tree. I've never had a real Christmas tree. And I'm way too lazy to get a real Christmas tree and water it and all that shit. So me and the wife decided to get a fake Christmas tree. And she found like ornaments that you could put on the tree that are like scents to make it smell like a real Christmas tree. So she gets her side with the real smell, and I get my side with not having to pick up all the fucking pine needles and shit. When do I usually start listening to Christmas music? Bah fucking humbug. I hate how cheesy Christmas music is. And I hate that all the fucking stores play it. That's why I like shopping online for Christmas. Not only is it cheaper, I don't have to deal with people and fucking Christmas music. But funny story, when I was buying my wedding card for my wife, we got married in the beginning of October. They were playing fucking Christmas music at a Hallmark store. It's the beginning of fucking October. You got like almost 3 months before Christmas. Holy fucking shit! Do you like to build a snowman or have snowball fights? We used to have like snowball wars, kind of like, you know, paintball, or like to equate it to Call of Duty, search and destroy. You'd have 2 teams on either side, and you know, it's kind of like manhunt. You can't fucking let the other person pelt you or you're out. Next question. What is Christmas Eve like for you? Well, we used to have this tradition back in the day where we'd go over to my great-grandma's house for Christmas Eve, and right before the night ended, there would be somebody who dressed up in Santa Claus that came down on his tour, if you will, to all the other boys and girls around the world, and he'd stop in and say hi and give us like a little toy, you know, a little something to hold us over till Christmas morning. Now I figured it was just like, you know, one of the Santa minions. You know how they have the Santa minions at the mall, or that's the story anyway, it's like Santa's little helper. I thought it was one of those motherfuckers just coming around to hang out and chill. Anyway, what is my favorite Christmas memory? Well, my favorite Christmas memory actually was from a recent Christmas, 2010. There's a little backstory to this, but that Christmas was the Christmas that we got to tell all of our relatives that my now wife and I were engaged. Here's what happened. We got engaged on December 23rd, 2010. We first met at not first met, our first date was a New York Ranger hockey game, and it was on December 23rd, 2006. And every year, the New York Rangers played a home game on December 23rd, except for this fucking year, because those stupid assholes can't figure their shit out. So we'd go back every year, and that would be our quote-unquote date-iversary. So on in the game on 2010, I decided to, put her name up in lights and propose to her on the big screen. And she said yes, and of course, her parents knew because I asked them permission, and my mom knew because I told her all about it, but it was fun kind of telling all of our relatives and celebrating the fact that we got engaged. Next question. What is the best gift that I've ever given? I've always wanted to give, somebody a car, lead them outside with the bow on it and shit, like in the commercials. That would be cool, but, of course, I never had the money to do that. But the best would probably be, my wife and I have this tradition of getting gifts for each other, but we have to keep it underneath a certain price point, and it's usually pretty low, so we have to come up with creative gifts. So one year I did a collage of pictures of just the two of us and put it together, and it was like $10 because that's what it cost for the frame that I put the collage in. Who do I usually spend Christmas with? Well, we kind of have a fucking schedule, right? My wife and I are both from Long Island, but both from different towns on Long Island. So we drive down from where I am in Poughkeepsie, and we spend, Christmas Eve during the day with, my dad's side of the family, which my dad has passed away, but my sister, who is really my half-sister from my dad's first marriage, we spend the day with her. Then we go to my wife's mom's side of the family for Christmas Eve dinner. Then for Christmas Day, we stay at my wife's house for breakfast, and then for lunch on Christmas Day, we go to my mom's side of the family. So it's a lot of fucking running around. It's kind of ridiculous, but I've been used to it since I'm a parent of a child, rather, of a divorced household, so I always was running around one way or the other. What is the best gift I ever received? Super Nintendo. I already told you about that. Do I get everyone in my family a present? Well, we used to until like 2 years ago. My mom decided, hey, instead of getting fucking presents for everybody, let's just do a Secret Santa. People have mostly what they want, and it's a lot cheaper on us. And I said, that's cool. And it's actually a good idea, because this way you can personalize the one gift you get for your Secret Santa person a lot more than just buying random shit for all the people that are there. What is my favorite Christmas tradition? It's got to be dollar store Christmas. In college, we would go buy gifts from the fucking dollar store, but we'd wrap it up in real nice wrapping paper, put bows and shit on it, and then we'd pick names out of a hat. And one person would just pick out the gift. Normally, it was the one that was wrapped the nicest. Then the next person would go, and they could either pick the gift that was just chosen, or they can go over to the pile. Now, if they pick the gift that was just chosen, then the person who got their gift taken away from them had to go back over to the pile. And there was just ridiculous shit that you would put in there. Like, one year I put in a fucking flea trap, like glue flea traps, and somebody's like, great, I could use these in my fucking apartment. Do I like eggnog? Oh boy, not after watching Lost in Places fucking eggnog challenge video. If you haven't seen it, I'll throw up an annotation, and I'm just warning you, it's pretty graphic, especially if you don't have a fucking good gag reflex. Alright, so that's the end of the Christmas questions. Let's get to the birthday questions, because we're already like 9.5 minutes into this video. Let's do them pretty quickly here. When is my birthday? 12/12. That's very easy to remember. What do I want for my birthday? This past birthday, I got safari stuff. I'm going to South Africa in February on a honeymoon, and I don't have clothes that is bug repellent built into the fibers, and nor do I have a lot of green or khaki shit. So I needed that kind of stuff. How many birthdays have I had so far? 29. I'm an old-ass man with wrinkly motherfucking balls. What is the best birthday gift I've ever gotten? When I was in middle school, I got GoldenEye 007 for Nintendo 64. Me and my buddies would have sleepovers and play it literally all night long. I remember playing proximity mines on the facility, and we memorized the spawn points so that we just placed proximity mines down in the spawn points. So you die fucking over and over again. It was ridiculous. The worst thing I've ever gotten, I've gotten some fucking old man sweaters from some relatives, and I've either returned them immediately or donated them to the Goodwill. Why do you like my birthday so much? I don't really. It's just a good excuse to get together with friends and drink a lot. Do I still have birthday parties? Yeah, I went bowling this year, and I rented out a bar one year, but it ended in fucking disaster. There were fucking fights over the beer pong table. Some kid got so drunk that he ended up puking on himself while completely fucking naked on a toilet. So we got thrown out. Last question here, because time is running out. Do I know anybody that has the same birthday as me? Yes, Bob Barker has the same birthday as me, but he's going to outlive me because he's a goddamn robot. I'm convinced that he's not human. Also, Frank Sinatra also was born on 12/12. So that's it for this edition of Getting to Know TheShwantz27. I'm making like Tigger and bouncing. Until next time.